Welcome back. I'm Daniel Sampedro, and I'm here to give my honest thoughts and reviews of Iman Gadzhi's Agency Navigator course here in December of 2022. Now, I joined Agency Navigator back in July/August, and he's recently held his Digital Renaissance event / promotional strategy to get a lot of more people on board with Agency Navigator. So there's a ton of new people in the community that are learning, and dropped a shit ton of money for them to get into this course and start this new lifestyle and business venture into entrepreneurship. A lot of people are kind of uneasy in their path and just weary and don't really know, like, did I just waste all my money? Is this really worth it? Is it legit? There's kinds of mixed signals going around in the community. So I'm here for all the newcomers and just anybody in general that wants to know just my personal firsthand experience with Agency Navigator. So firsthand disclaimer, just from background information, like I said, I joined back in July/August. So the price was $14.99, just included Agency Navigator. I joined, kind of late in the game of the regular Agency Navigator students, and before any of this new Digital Renaissance people that also got the other program involved and at the much discounted price. So you guys actually got a deal on waiting a little bit. Although, if you waited to work on this journey, kind of on the behind the eight ball a little bit. So there's that. But anyways, I joined because I wanted to dive into this space. I've been seeing a lot of content creators like Iman, like other people that he's been on podcasts with, talking about this whole business space, this business idea, the plan, the strategy. And his most influential video for me was him breaking down all these models of digital marketing and different practices like dropshipping, e-commerce, affiliate marketing, all those things. And he compared it with agencies, and it made a lot of sense to me. So I'm giving it my shot. So hopefully in the future, you're gonna be seeing more videos of me like this, kind of breaking down my process and just what I'm going through. So if you guys are interested in that, consider subscribing. Now, overall, Agency Navigator, I was quite impressed with it. Being from a content creator background and just knowing what it takes to put together videos, let alone a video course, I was very impressed with the delivery of what I was being given. I wasn't too familiar with these like online apps because they're technically their own built-in applications, but it's just through the web because there's no app, like an app like on your phone for it yet. So it's its own kind of portal on the web. It's very fleshed out and built in. We got a lot of different sectors and modules for you to check out, and they're very in-depth, and they got their own little plugins and all that. And each one is broken up. There's a lot of different chapters and sections, and they each got their own videos with each series that funnel in towards that. And overall, it was organized in a very professional way, and just the way it was presented. There were many playback options, how 2x speed, 1.5x speed. If you want to go back, you can rewatch it, you can save your progress. It's super, super sophisticated. So that really impressed me to begin with, right off the bat, just visually and just how it's presented. And the ease of use was totally there. In addition, the onboarding process was very simple. The support people got in contact with me, and then I got connected with my student success concierge, booked a meeting right away, and was able to get kind of that accountability check scheduled and getting those rolling out very, very fast. All the links worked whenever there's resources, discount codes they had for other programs, everything's there. And it works very, very well. And talking about the content, he has different modules. They were all very, very informative and very successful in, conveying the information to me early on. And he breaks down all the different, what the sections are. The second option, or the second section, mindset, I thought was very informative, very fundamental in just laying down the groundwork, creating the sense of metamorphosis and the change that you're gonna have to go through internally in order to affect your exterior work ethic and how you perform with clients and in your business. So overall, it's a very effective course at giving you the information, teaching you about, these ads and how to run the agency and the ins and outs of the programs that you're going to be using. Very in-depth with, setting up templates. They got this plug and play section that makes it kind of like a cheat sheet and SOP of how you just get shit done. It's all very, very easy, user-friendly in order for anybody to pick it up. Now, the main discrepancies and, issues I see a lot of people having are kind of the differences between, when Iman made all these videos talking about Agency Navigator and when he was recording it versus like what it actually is today. Because like anything else, and that's part of the appeal to it, it is a living, breathing live service machine. So it's going through changes constantly and kind of evolving to get you the best experience possible. And because that is, and it's a live service, there's going to be changes that they've been making since when he recorded videos advertising about it. So for example, he talks about there's this hub, there's its own community section where, it's kind of like a message board, a forum, you could equate it to like their own Discord server or whatever. That is no longer the case. That went back to becoming a Facebook group because it just works a lot better and it's very simple and accessible to everybody without having to manage their own, chat network. And so people are confused. Sometimes they think, oh, the Facebook Messenger, it's kind of like rinky dink, kind of just, a cheap knockoff. But no, it's actually the more sophisticated piece of software, and it helps connect people better than what they can do. And that is a very good tool, using that. I've talked to a decent amount of people in the community like that and just getting ideas off. If you send questions or if you need help, you can usually get somebody to answer. You might have to try a couple times because there's so many people that are new and don't really know what they're doing. Not a whole lot of people can help you specifically with your problems yet, especially at that level. And if they could, they're kind of busy doing up their own business. So you got to be patient with it. Like anything, you're not going to get all the answers for free. You kind of just trial and error yourself, and you're going to learn more that way. And then the biggest thing that kind of threw me off and threw a lot of people off in the community was midway through, I think it was like around September, October-ish, they did a mass overhaul of the format of the entire app and the layout of the website. Completely threw it off. Changed your progress, how it was displayed. Some of the hyperlinks didn't work, and it looked like you couldn't even access the course anymore, and it was like taking you back to the checkout page. You go another $1,400, $1,500, pay it now, and you're like, well, I already paid to continue the course. But we worked around it, and there was a lot of things, the communities, because of that community section, we were able to talk, oh, you got to click this and double click that, and then it gets you back to where you were at, no problem. So it was just a weird hiccups phase, and his team was right on it, working on the back end support, making sure it was back up and running smoothly, no problem. And now it is a much more sophisticated and visually appealing kind of set of software now. It looks much more cohesive, and now it gives it, it's more of a library for other programs, because Agency Navigator isn't Iman's only program. He has a lot of different other ones. As you new people know, because you've bought with the additional course involved. So you're gonna have access to multiple programs in this library. And then it makes it easier for you to like kind of move up and apply to different ones as well in the future. And then another one that people talk about is earlier on in the videos, he talks about there being a leaderboard of, who does the most business and who can close most clients and make the most money. They kind of have like a leaderboard to be competitive with each other. That feature I have never seen ever in the program. I don't really care too much because I'm focused on me and doing my work and boosting it for myself. So that part is kind of just like whatever, but people were still kind of confused about that. Now, personally for me, how has it changed me? It has given me so many tools, not only with the plug and plays, help me optimize so many things, social media accounts, websites, sales scripts, whatever, and just giving me so many tools that I'm willing and eager to put into practice. Been doing some kind of reformatting and, figuring out my niche, and I got a plan now. I'm really ready to dive into this moving forward now, putting together all the back end stuff, and we're ready to launch very soon. So this has been a very useful, definitely worth my money, because the way I look at it, yes, it's $1,500, but it's like, would I rather spend, $20,000, $30,000 going to university for a couple of years and not get as much of the practical raw information as this right here. So as long as it's less than like what I would be wasting into a university, totally worth it for me. That's just me. I want to know what you guys think. Is it worth it to you in the comment section below? And the other major criticism I have is the organization of the lessons is it's just a little bit daunting and kind of confusing if you don't really have any skills or experience at all in the marketplace and in this sector, because the way it's organized, it's kind of not as chronological as you'd think, but the way that they have it is definitely the best way that you need to be applying the skills. So you're not going to get it at first, but it's always here and you can rewatch the videos, and I plan on doing that too in the future. So you just bear with it and trust the process, because that's what you need to do. But overall, Agency Navigator, I think it's worth it. I've learned a lot, put a lot of time into it. It's taken up a lot of my days so far, kind of, launching into this new lifestyle and this new, self-entrepreneurship journey. Kind of jealous that you guys got it for $500 cheaper. That's kind of why we're making this video. Nonetheless, and you get the extra program too. So kudos to you, but I also got a couple months ahead of you. So we'll see how that turns out. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned something about Agency Navigator. If you want to see it, if you want to learn more, I highly suggest you check out some of Iman's videos. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to new videos kind of like this coming soon. And as always, don't forget to find yourself, be yourself, and love yourself.